friend. My name is Jennifer and this is my YouTube channel. Welcome to this yin practice for your neck and shoulders, your wrists and your feet. For this practice, you'll want to have a strap or something you could use as a strap, like a scarf or a towel even would work. And also you might like to have a couple of blocks, and if you don't have blocks like these ones, you could use books instead, or rolled up towels or blankets or cushions. And once you've gathered all those goodies, we'll start seated together today. Sit however you feel most comfortable, so whether that's cross-legged or kneeling, one or both legs extended. Find a place where you can root your sitting bones. You may wish to sit up on some form of support, particularly if you're feeling tight through your hips or your low back area. So I'm sitting up on a little chip foam block. If you don't have one of those, you could sit on a folded blanket or some other kind of cushion. Roll your shoulders out here. Take a deep breath in through your nose. Draw your shoulders up. Exhale, release your shoulders back and down. Again, inhale. Exhale, let go. One more time, deep breath in, draw your shoulders up. Exhale, release shoulders back and down. Lower your gaze or close your eyes. Feel the weight of your legs and your pelvis settle. Feel your sitting bones rooting equally. And as you root down through your sitting bones, maybe you can sit up a little bit taller. Lift the front of your heart. Chin is level. Mouth and jaw relaxed. With palms face down on your thighs, you may wish to connect your index and thumb finger on either hand. It's creating a little mudra there. In a moment, we'll move through a few rounds of Viloma Pranayama. This translates as against the wind or wave or against the grain. We'll be interrupting the inhalation. So it'll be a 3-part inhalation and 1 exhale. Breathing through your nose if possible. We'll start with a cleansing breath. Inhale through your nose. Open your mouth to exhale. Softly seal your lips. Inhale for a third of the breath. Pause. Inhale 2/3, pause. Inhale right to the top, pause. And through your nose, long exhale. And again, inhale, just a little sip and pause. Inhale, pause. Inhale all the way to the top, pause. Exhale all the breath. Continue. Inhale, pause. Inhale, pause. Inhale, pause. Exhale. Again, inhale, pause. Inhale, pause. Inhale, pause. Exhale. Last time. Inhale, pause. Inhale, pause. Inhale to fullness, pause. Slow exhale. Take a deep breath in through your nose. Exhale out your mouth. Bring hands to touch at heart center. Lift your heart to meet your thumbs. Press right palm into left, left palm into right. Offering a gentle bow here. And taking the opportunity to set an intention for your practice if you wish. What is it that you need or you wish to cultivate for yourself or someone else or for the world? See if you can refine it down to just one word and maybe repeat that word 3 times to yourself. And keep your eyes soft or closed. Start to rub your palms together quite vigorously. Create some heat between the hands. And bring that warmth over your eyes. See if you can feel the warmth coming off your hands. Notice any tingling or buzzing in your hands. One more time, rub the palms. A little bit harder, a little bit faster. Bring that heat over your eyes. Drink a big breath in. And let it go. Blink your eyes open into your hands. And release your hands. Again, welcome. Thanks so much for being here for practice. If you're sitting up on something, just pop that off to the side. Bring your legs forward, give them a little bit of a wiggle and a bounce. Lean back in your hands. Bend your knees, step your feet wider than your hips. Let your knees rock side to side a few times. Okay, we'll come into a seated butterfly pose. You may wish to sit back up on some support if you were comfortable like that. And for this butterfly, soles of the feet come together, knees wide. It's quite a long butterfly shape, so not tight with the heels close to the groin, but a longer shape, space between the heels and the groins. And we're going to try and zipper the toes here. So the toe zipper, you'll try your best to zip up the toes, so sort of stacking or threading the toes, pinky toe over pinky toe, then the second toe, third toe, fourth toe, big toe, all the way up. Trying to really get your toes as threaded together as you can, as close to the base of the toes there. And some of them might sort of not want to do that, particularly if your toes are quite close together or there's not a lot of mobility through the toes, but just do your best there. And not to worry if they just sort of splay apart, just give it a try. And here's where you might like your blocks or your books or whatever props you've got. If you're feeling any tension in your inner or outer knee lines or through the hips, you could bring those props just outside the legs as some support. And then we'll take some movement for the neck here. We'll take an inhale, sit up nice and tall. And as you exhale, dip your right ear down towards your right shoulder. You're welcome to close your eyes here and bring your attention into any sensation that you're feeling there along the side of your neck. Offer your breath. So lots going on here. The toes might be feeling sensation, the hips or inner leg lines, the neck. Just breathing into what you feel. And as always in our yin practice, we're just working with moderate sensation. I like to think of that as about a 5 out of 10. So never moving into anything aggressive, and certainly never moving into pain in our yin practice. You may experience some qualities of sensation that are uncomfortable or that you associate with discomfort. Discomfort is different than pain, and our yin practice gives us this opportunity to start to discern between the two. Take 3 more breaths here. Maybe let the exhales come out your mouth. Last 2. Last 1. You really gently and slowly draw your head back up through center. Take an inhale, sit up tall. Exhale to the other side, left ear towards left shoulder. Just noticing any differences side to side, and really do your best to stay with the moderate sensation. So about a 5 out of 10. I feel a lot tighter on this side for sure. So just noticing any differences for yourself. Moderate just means not too much and not too little. It's the midway. And sometimes that can be hard to find or relate to, especially I think in our society, we tend to sort of be this very all or nothing society, and it can be hard to know what moderate feels like. So you're just exploring here. As I mentioned before, you're never moving into anything painful. And pain can manifest in all sorts of ways, but qualities that feel like stabbing or anything fiery or electrical, even body parts falling asleep or numbness or tingling, these can all be signs of pain in the body. So you want to back away from those sorts of sensations. But if what you're feeling is maybe a dull aching or throbbing or pulsing, some tension or a stretching feeling, resistance, those are okay sensations to lean into with your attention and your breath and your curiosity. We'll take 3 more breaths on this side. Deep inhale. Exhale. Again, inhale. Exhale. Last time, inhale. And exhale. Slowly, carefully draw your head back up through center. Good. How are those toes doing? We can check them out here. You'll dip your chin towards your chest. Now finding some flexion for your neck. Forward folding. And see if your toes are still together. If they slipped apart, you could try drawing them back together here if you wish. And if not, that's okay. Don't worry about it. If you keep practicing over time, you might find a little bit more mobility through the feet and toes. If you're feeling moderate sensation here through the back of your neck, just stay, breathe here. If you're not feeling much of anything, you could interlace your hands, bring them to the base of your skull. So not on the neck, but the base of the skull, the back of the head. And then please don't yank your head down, but just use the weight of your hands and your arms to gently start to draw your chin a little bit closer to your chest, perhaps. Take 3 more breaths here, please. Deep inhale. Exhale. 2 more times. Last one, inhale. Maybe as you exhale, chin dips a little closer to chest. If you're holding the back of your head, release hands down to thighs. Very slowly, carefully draw your head all the way back up through center. Again, checking in with the toes. Are they still together? If so, you can start to release them. Whew. If you've got blocks under the legs, pop them off to the side. If you're sitting up on something, pop that off to the side and give your legs a little stretch out. You can roll the ankles a few times, bounce the legs, take a few of those windshield wiper motions. Again, lean back in your hands and let your knees rock side to side. We'll come back to a cross-legged position. Sitting up once again on some support if you like. And here's where you'll need your strap or whatever you're using as a strap if you don't have one. You'll hold the strap between your hands, palms face down. You want your hands wider than your shoulders to begin. As you inhale, pull the strap quite taut, arms are straight, reach your arms up overhead. As you exhale, let the arms come back behind you. They might stop at some point. You might find that if you widen your hands on the strap, you can bring that strap all the way back behind you, finding a really nice stretch for your chest, your pectoral muscles, your shoulders. Inhale, draw the strap all the way back up, and exhale, forward. Let's do that again. Inhale, really pulling the strap nice and taut. Keep the arms straight. As you exhale, relax your shoulders. Let the strap come back behind you. If you've got a candle nearby, don't light your strap on fire. Inhale, all the way back up. And exhale, forward. And we'll do a couple more. Inhale, reaching up. And keep your front ribs connected, so knit the low ribs down. Exhale, all the way back behind you. Inhale, arms straight, straight, straight. Exhale, forward. Okay, last time. If your chest and shoulders are feeling open, maybe you bring your hands a little closer together for this one. Inhale, reach up. Strap stays really nice and straight. Exhale, all the way back behind you. Sitting bones rooted, heart lifts. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, release forward. Nice work. Let go of the strap, pop that off to the side. And from here, we'll transition to hands and knees. Tuck all 10 toes under and come to sit back on your heels. Just make sure that all 10 toes are under. Sometimes the baby toe and the second toe sort of want to move off to the side. Make sure they're all tucked under there. And come to sit right up on your heels. If this feels like too much, if you're like, whoa, this is a 10 out of 10, then you can always just stand up on your knees, taking that pressure off the backs, or back off the feet. Okay. Otherwise, if you're feeling some moderate sensation here and it's uncomfortable, try to stick with it. Reach your arms out in a T position. And then slide your right arm over your left. We'll find eagle arms here. So either wrap yourself up in a nice big hug today, or you can wrap your forearms, bring the backs of your hands or possibly the palms to touch. Relax your shoulders. You can explore the arm variation here. So if you've got the arms wrapped, you can see how it feels to lift your elbows and draw your forearms away from your face. Or maybe you feel more sensation by letting the elbows dip down towards your chest or your belly and really draw the arms away, the forearms away from your face. Again, just find the one that feels most interesting, most nourishing. Just soften what you can here, your jaw, your teeth, your tongue, your eyes. Final 3 breaths. Last 2. Last 1. Gently unravel the arms. You could give your arms a little shake out. Walk your hands forward. Lift your toes. Tap out the tops of your feet here to release. And then sit back on your heels. So now toes are untucked and you're sitting right back on your heels. If that's not great for your knees, try sitting up on some support. You could bring a block in between your heels and sit up on that. You might stay right here. This is a lovely stretch for the tops of the feet and the ankles. Or maybe you lean back, turn your fingers away from you, lean back on your hands, so moving into a bit of a wrist stretch here, and possibly start to bend the elbows to deepen that stretch across the wrist. Again, just working with moderate sensation. Find a little variation here. You could explore lifting your knees. Okay, this really increases the stretch across the top of your feet and into your ankles. And so be kind here, sticking with that moderate sensation. If you're feeling it, you're doing it. It doesn't matter which variation you're in. Three more breaths here. Last 2, letting go. Last breath. If the knees are lifted, lower them. If hands are behind you, bring them forward. Circle out your wrists a few times, so just make soft fists and roll the wrists out. Try both directions. Come back towards hands and knees. Tuck all 10 toes under. Walk your knees and inner leg lines towards each other, so the heels draw towards each other too. Sit back on your toes. Right. I know, you're probably thrilled we have a second side of toe cracker to do here. Again, if you've had enough, if your body's saying no, please just come to stand on your knees, or you could sit back on your heels again, or even just right down on your seat and simply do the upper body part of this, this little sequence. So we'll find the shoulder stretch for the other side. Reach your arms out wide in a T position. This time wrap left arm over right. Give yourself a nice big hug, or wrap the forearms, bring backs of hands or possibly palms to touch. And feel free again to sort of play with the angle of your arms to find the stretch that feels most interesting for your shoulders here. Tune into your breath and breathe into what you're feeling here. Soften what you can. Your face, neck, shoulders, belly. Your thoughts about how much this pose might suck. And whatever's coming up for you, just notice it with a friendly eye. Not to judge, just to notice what's here for you. Offer some space, some compassion and kindness for whatever's coming up. Let's take 3 more breaths here, please. Inhale. Exhale. Last 2, deep breath in. Let something go. Final 1, deepest breath. Release the arms, give them a little shake out. Untuck your toes. Oh, tap out the tops of your feet. We'll take that ankle stretch one more time. So sitting back on the heels, possibly sitting up on some support if that's better for your knees today. And this time we'll stretch out the tops of the wrists. So you'll turn your fingers back behind you and just slide the hands up in towards the armpits. So the backs of your hands are resting along the ribs on either side. And then as far as feels appropriate for you, you can start to draw your elbows down. And so sitting up nice and tall here, sitting bones rooted, spine uplifted, heart uplifted, chin is level, shoulders soften, jaw softens. If you want to get a little tricky here or test out your balance, if it works for your body and you're not sitting up on a prop of some sort, you could lean back and see about lifting your knees. So just balancing on the tops of your feet here. Last 3 breaths. Last 2. Last 1. Lower your knees if they're lifted. Slowly release the arms. Make those gentle fists again, just soft fists. Roll out your wrists both ways. Give your hands a shake out. Nice vigorous shake out. And from here, you'll transition to lie down on your back body. And just pausing, lying here on your back. You could have your legs extended. Or if your low back's feeling a little sensitive today, keep your knees bent and your feet planted. You can either let your knees point up towards the sky or lean in towards each other. Just taking a moment here. Feel the support of the earth along the back line of your body. And cross your right ankle above your left knee. We'll take the number 4 shape, this hip opener shape. You can either prop up under the bottom foot, under the left foot, so that you can take your upper body out of the pose if you just like to rest upper body. Or you could interlace your hands and bring your hands around the back of your left thigh or across the shin. And draw the legs in a little closer. If you're drawing your legs in, really tack your right knee away from you as you draw your left knee a little closer towards you. Relax your shoulders, sides of your neck and throat, mouth, teeth, tongue, jaw. And stay just like this, just enjoying the hip stretch. Or extend your left leg up towards the sky. Really kick up through your left heel. And with the hands interlaced on the back of your left thigh, press the thigh into your hands and draw your hands back in towards your thigh. So stretching out the sole of the foot, the heel, back of heel, Achilles tendon, even up into the calf, perhaps for some. And we'll enjoy some ankle stretches here, or circles rather. Start to circle that top ankle. Really making that circle as big as you can, articulating through the mobility of your ankle joint. Try both directions. I'm going to come into a twist from here. If you've got a prop underneath that bottom foot, just move it off to the side. Bring the sole of your left foot back down to the mat. You're going to keep your legs in this number 4 orientation. Lift your hips, pop them over to the right just an inch or 2, and then slide your legs over to the left, keeping them just as they are until the sole of your right foot comes all the way down onto your mat or onto the floor. And your right knee is pointing up towards the sky. From here, you're welcome to bring your arms out, cactus arms or T-shaped position if you have room to stretch your arms out at shoulder height. And if you'd like, you could bring the twist into your neck here by turning your gaze towards the right. So looking out over your right arm or shoulder. And feel free to close your eyes here. And of course, if this twist variation doesn't feel appropriate in your body, you're always welcome to modify. You could uncross the legs and come into a 2-knee easy spinal twist, knees and feet stacked. In this particular variation with the ankle crossed and the foot planted, we're getting into the outer hip and the IT band, the outer leg line. Final 3 breaths on this side. Draw your head back through center. You really carefully and slowly draw your legs, your hips, your spine back through midline. Your choice here, it might feel nice to take some of those windshield wiper motions, or maybe you'd like to stretch your legs out or draw your knees in for a hug. Just taking a moment to reset and release. And find the other side. Right foot stays planted, left ankle crosses above right knee. And you might choose to bring some support underneath the bottom foot so that the upper body can rest here. Or you might decide to interlace your hands around the back of your right thigh or across the shin to draw the legs in a little closer. Any of these variations is great. Again, using that moderate sensation as your guide. If you'd like to stretch out the back of the right leg and ankle and foot, and start to extend the right leg up towards the sky. Really kick out vigorously through the right heel. Draw your toes towards your shin bone. Press your thigh into your hands and then draw your hands in towards your thigh. And taking the ankle circles. Try the other direction. Release your right heel back down if the leg is extended. Pop your right foot down onto the mat. We'll come into that twist with legs in this number 4 orientation. Press into your bottom right foot to lift your hips and move them just a little bit to the left. Then let your legs come all the way down to the right, keeping them just as they are until the sole of the left foot comes to rest either on your mat or on the floor, and your left knee is pointing up towards the sky. Arms come out in a T or cactus arms. To complete the twist and bring the twist into your neck, you could look out over your left shoulder. Again, please feel free to adjust this, modify in any way you need. Last 3 breaths here. Enjoy letting go with the exhales. Roll your head back through center. Carefully draw your legs, hips, and spine back through center. Again, find any sort of movement that helps you to release and reset. Draw your knees in towards you, holding around your knees or your shins. Take an inhale. As you exhale, curl your forehead up towards your knees. Take a deep breath in. And exhale, release. Roll to one side. Really slowly round all the way up, head last. Find a seated position. We'll close our practice with the Viloma Pranayama once again. And this time we'll reverse the interruption of the breath. We'll be taking a full inhale and now interrupting the exhale with 3 little pauses. So feel the weight of your legs settling, pelvis, hips heavy, sitting bones rooted, spine uplifted. Begin with a cleansing breath, deep inhale. Open your mouth, exhale. Seal the lips, inhale through your nose. Exhale 1/3 of the breath, pause. Exhale 2/3, pause. Exhale all the breath. Pause. Deep inhale. Exhale a little. Pause. Exhale a little more. Pause. Exhale all the breath. Pause. Slow, deep inhale. Exhale, pause. Exhale, pause. Exhale all the breath. Pause. Inhale. Exhale, pause. Exhale, pause. Exhale, pause. Inhale. Exhale, pause. Exhale, pause. Exhale, pause. Inhale. Shoulders and mouth relaxed. Exhale, pause. Exhale, pause. Exhale, pause. Last time, inhale. Exhale, pause. Exhale, pause. Exhale all the breath. Pause. Deep breath in. Open your mouth. Exhale. Bring your hands together in front of your heart. Take a moment just to notice how you feel here. Hopefully a little bit more space through your neck and your shoulders, your hands, your feet, your wrists, your toes. Maybe a little bit more space between each thought. Come back to your intention, if you had set one. See if that's something you'd like to take with you into the rest of your day. And offer a gentle bow to close this gesture of gratitude and acknowledgement. Offering gratitude for this practice, the opportunity to practice, the time and space for practice. All of our many teachers, including the teacher within. We acknowledge the interconnectedness of all life by offering the merits of this practice out to the benefit of all beings everywhere. May all beings be well. May all beings be at peace. May all beings awaken to their true nature. Start to rub your palms together vigorously, just like we did at the beginning. When they feel good and hot, bring your hands over your eyes. Just feeling any buzzing, tingling in the hands, feeling some warmth perhaps coming off the hands. Take a deep breath in. Let it go. Blink your eyes open into the darkness behind your hands. Release your hands, coming back to the light. Thank you so much for sharing your practice. Wishing you a really peaceful and lovely rest of your day. Thanks. See you next time.